Hey astral beings, so I'm making a follow-up video for the last video I posted. I just don't want anybody to get any misconceptions going on with that video. I think somebody might already had, but I was talking about people making excuses about their past when it comes to, which I didn't specify in the video. I mean, that was my fault. But what I was meaning was abusive behavior and people making excuses for it. Like, oh, my father was physically abusive to my mother, and that's why I'm now physically abusive to any woman that I'm with or my current partner or whatever. Or my mother or father cheated on whoever they were with when I was growing up, so that's why I'm now a cheater. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about behaviors like that. Like, or, my family, we're all drug users and alcoholics. So that's why now I'm an addict. Which is very true. Yes, we do learn and, usually go off of who we are around. But again, once you are older, okay, it is your sole responsibility, to figure out how to do the right thing. And once people are at a certain age, they're not young and dumb anymore, okay, people do know what right and wrong is, okay, like, people do know that. It's not like people don't know what right or wrong is once they get to a certain age, even if they were around a lot of, let's say, not so great influences. They do know what's wrong or toxic or abusive, they do. And, some people might want to say, oh, maybe they don't really know. No, I mean, me personally, I firmly believe that they know, okay? If they got a job and they go out and they enjoy the world like everybody else does, they don't have like actual for real something is really going on, okay? They know right or wrong, all right? People got free will, people do have brains, okay? And people do know that, okay? So again, it's about them, putting off that bad behavior to, in my opinion, again, it's an excuse. It's one thing knowing what it is and you're working on it and you're currently healing it. Okay, you're making efforts. But it's another thing to just not make efforts and then put it off to, oh, it's because of this person or this thing that happened in my past 20 some odd years ago, okay? Like, again, and that's why I'm being a not so great person, or I'm being toxic, or I'm showcasing very bad behavior, towards people, being abusive and things like that. That's what I was meaning, okay? It's kind of like almost the same thing as somebody who's drinking and they're drunk and they go do something bad, toxic or abusive, and they say, oh, I only did that because I was drunk. Okay, well, if you know that you're not going to be a good person when you're doing said thing, like, drinking or substance, most of these people, usually it's a repeat thing, okay? I'll be honest here. Usually it's a repeat thing. Most people know that they could be aggressive when they drink, or this or that, or more agitated. Most people who are regular with that kind of stuff, no, they know, okay? And that's not an excuse, okay? Like, you go get drunk and you go get into a wreck and you hurt somebody, you can't just say to the cop, oh, sorry, officer, I was drunk. They're still gonna take you to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still gonna have to go to court. You're still gonna have to face the consequences. So that's what I was meaning when I made that previous video, was people playing off their bad behavior or the toxic traits or abusive traits that they have, as they're putting it off as it's something else's reasoning or fault, and they're not taking accountability for their own actions and their own healing to fix said abusive or toxic behaviors. Okay, so I'm just clarifying that because I do know that I did not specify necessarily exactly what I was meaning. Yeah, so just as a clarification, follow-up video to that last video that I just posted.